welcome back to my channel. It's me, Demmmmmmmi. If you're new around here, I'm Demmmmmi, your Muslim homegirl, and every Sunday I rant about nonsense and my life. This week we're talking about my life, y'all. Let me tell y'all, this really had me tight. Like, I survived not getting coronavirus for 2 whole years. Now, do you think 2022 was gonna let me be great? Absolutely not, y'all. I was entangled with Omarion. Well, when I got tested for COVID, they don't tell you what variant you have or whatever, but your girl did test positive. And I'm not vaccinated, so if you want to know that, I'm not vaccinated. Please don't be in my comments talking about some take the shot, don't take the shot. I'm not for or against the vaccine. I don't have any prior health issues. I don't think that it's a necessity for me to take the vaccine. And if I sound ignorant to you, then leave. You can leave. You can go. Like, you don't have to be here. I just feel like I'll take the vaccine when I'm ready, when I'm comfortable. Is that okay with you? Is that okay with you? Anyways, yes, so I'm gonna be telling y'all my experience. So let's start when coronavirus first came out back in 2019. I was amongst the people who thought that they had it before it officially came out, before we knew what it actually was. I was working back at IKEA. One day I was just very sick. Like, I was super duper sick. I was so sick. This was like the sickest I've ever been in my life. Like, I literally still was going to work because back in the day, calling out because you're sick wasn't a thing. It was like, bring your behind to work. And I was so sick, didn't have any energy. IKEA is such a big store, it requires you to walk around or whatever. And I remember I had came back from my break and I was sitting at my desk and my boss was just like, you don't look so good. You need to go home. And I went home and I was home for several days because I was just so sick. Like, it was horrible. And I was sick for about 2 to 3 weeks actually. So that's why I thought I had the coronavirus. But fast forward to 2022, January came and hit me like a wrecking ball because I got coronavirus officially because I got tested and it was horrible. It all started 3 weeks ago or like the second week of January, something like that. I came to work, it was Saturday, and my body just felt very weak. Like, my back was hurting. I still came to work. Like, I didn't have any like coughing, sneezing, like sickness. My back was just hurting and I was sitting down and I had to like move from different chairs because my back was killing me. And I also was feeling kind of tired. So during my lunch break, I decided to take a nap in my car. And when I came back from that, I was feeling good. I was like, whoo. That nap was just what I needed because I'm feeling good now. On Sunday, I was super hot and I was sweating and my back was still killing me. So I woke up super early and I took me a little bubble bath. Had me a bubble bath. I was feeling good. I was feeling cooled down. So I went back to bed and then I woke up again and then I was super cold. I was freezing. Like, I was so freaking cold, but I was hot at the same time. My body just kept going from like hot to cold in a matter of seconds. So I was about to get ready for work, but I'm just like, let me check my temperature because I just don't feel okay. Girl, I checked my temperature. I had a fever of 101. I'm like, oh, that solidified it for me. I'm like, I'm sick. I can't come to work. I text my boss like, listen, I'm sick. I can't come to work. I'm sick. So it was like, oh, just rest. My boss was very understanding. My body was just like hurting. It was hurting so freaking bad. Like, I felt like a statue. And it's like, as the day progressed, I just kept feeling worse and worse and worse. Monday came around and I was still feeling super bad. I couldn't even get out the bed. Like, I was waking up in the middle of the night just to cry because I was so sad. Tuesday came around. I could not get out the bed again. Just to go from my bedroom to the bathroom, it was a journey because it just hurt to lift my feet off the freaking ground. I wish I had one of those hoverboards like by my bed frame so I could just stand on it and get to the bathroom, but even standing just hurt so bad. Like I said, I didn't have any of the sneezing, coughing. I could still smell, I could still taste, but I didn't have an appetite at all. Like, I didn't eat for probably like 3 days straight. Like, I didn't eat, I didn't have a desire to eat, but I was still like drinking orange juice. I was drinking tea, but I just could not get out of bed for anything. Wednesday came around and I believe that's when I got my COVID test. I was feeling better that day. I got my COVID test and the results took a long time to come back. Like, the results probably took like 3 days to come back. So I think I got my results on either like that Friday or that Saturday. But I feel like after I took the COVID test, I started to feel better because when I was outside, I have a mask on, of course, but when I was outside, I was feeling better. But as soon as I got back in the house, the aches, the pains was coming back. I think Thursday and Friday, that's when I started to feel actually sick. Like, my temperature would still spike. Like, I think I think the highest my temperature got was like a 104, and I didn't really feel like going to the hospital. I didn't take any type of medications. I mostly just kept a lot of fluids in me. My boss, she actually came by and she brought me some soup. And I think it was about Friday or Saturday where my taste just decided to jump ship. Like, I didn't have any type of taste, and it wasn't really that alarming to me because it's just like, I don't really have an appetite anyway, so this whole tasting and not smelling thing is not really bothering me too much. So that's when I decided to do the water challenge. A few videos back, I did no food for 7 days. I just drank water. I didn't have much of an appetite because I couldn't taste the food anyway. So I was like, if I can't taste food no way, there's no point in me actually having food. Let me just drink water for 7 days and see what that does for me. You can watch that video if you want to see those results. But my COVID experience wasn't as bad as other people's COVID experience, I guess, because, you know, I know some people do end up like super ill when they have to go to the hospital and they get put on ventilators and all that kind of stuff. But for me, it really wasn't that bad, although it was pretty bad. Like, I was feeling so pitiful, so like helpless. Like, I couldn't do anything, and there wasn't no one around to take care of me. Like, Princess, she wouldn't even bring me some water or nothing. But I think it was by like the next week, Monday or Tuesday, I actually started to feel a lot better. I didn't take anything for it. Like, I didn't take any type of pain relieving medication. I just let it ride out, and it rode out, and I'm doing excellent now. Don't fight me for this because I know how y'all like to test you, but I actually never took a second COVID test to prove that I'm negative, especially because the CDC, they was like,
oh, well, don't take another COVID test even if you feel better, because you can still test positive for up to 3 to 6 months.
Do y'all think the CDC really know what they're talking about? I don't know. But I know that my boss, she had also got COVID as well. Her and her husband both tested positive. They were actually expected to travel, so they weren't able to travel. She did eventually test negative and she was able to travel. So I just figured, like, if she's negative, then I'm negative, because I only literally go to work and home and to the supermarket if I need to. But during the time I had COVID and I was experiencing symptoms, I wasn't going anywhere. Like, I couldn't go anywhere. This is my first time being quarantined. Like, during this whole pandemic, I never quarantined myself. When COVID first came out, I never quarantined because I was always working. I still had to make money, so I never experienced the whole being in the house 24 hours a day, not being able to go outside. I was always an essential worker, okay? So this was my first time being quarantined, and let me tell you, it was boring. Like, I was just watching movies on Tubi. First of all, if y'all don't have Tubi, please check out the movies on Tubi. Like, the movies on Tubi, they're so bad, they're hilarious. The storylines do not make no sense. And a lot of people, a lot of Black people, like those movies because it gives into the hood lifestyle, the drug lifestyle, this type of lifestyle. I'm not saying that Black people only relate to those kind of things, but I know a lot of Black people that relate to those kind of things. So they be talking about how good these movies are. Like, I be seeing people on Facebook talking about something. If you have Tubi, watch this movie. It's such a good movie. The movie is trash. The storyline is trash. The acting is trash. Everything is trash about it. So if you have the time, I highly suggest watching movies on Tubi. That's what I was doing when I was quarantined, and they are so bad. They are hilarious. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. Anyways, back to me having coronavirus. My taste and smell, they didn't go away for a long time. I mean, even though I was doing the water challenge, I was able to smell like 2 days later, so it wasn't any lasting effects. I remember going to go check my mailbox, and I live on the 3rd floor. I can go up and down the stairs pretty easily, but when I had corona, I was so weak, I couldn't do anything. Like, going up those stairs was literally a mission. Like, it took me like 15 minutes to get up the freaking stairs. But I still don't think my corona was as bad as some other people's corona, because some people had symptoms for a lot longer. My symptoms, they probably last for like a week and a half, maybe, if that. And I didn't have to go to the hospital, so mashallah for that, alhamdulillah for that, thank God for that. I was just home sick. But that's my little coronavirus story. Anyways, now I want to rant about nonsense because it's really not that deep, but let's talk about it. So let's talk about M&Ms, because M&Ms decided to change their characters, or the way the characters look, so that they can be more inclusive. Inclusive to who? Like, who is looking up to what M&M? Like, are y'all serious? Are y'all freaking serious? Y'all just want to be a part of the conversation? Like, more people look up to M&M the rapper than they do the actual M&M. Like, what is y'all problem? I'm gonna put up a picture of the old M&Ms and I'm putting up a picture of the new M&Ms so I can see the difference. And it's not a big difference, but I'm still like, what's the point? Like, y'all being mad extra for what? Talking about something they want to represent society better. You are M&M. Nobody is looking at you as a society standard. Like, what are we doing here? Are we that bored? Have we become this bored as a society that we're looking up to M&Ms? Although I do like that they're not all white M&Ms anymore. Like their arms and legs aren't white anymore. They're just plain white neutral color. I do like that about it. Everything else is extra. Like the green M&M and the brown M&M, those are the two girl M&Ms and they're really sassy. You know, they're women. They have long eyelashes. So I guess M&Ms is just like,
oh, we don't want to offend the women who don't wear heels or aren't as sassy or don't wear eyelashes. So we're not going to make them have long eyelashes anymore. And we're going to put them all in sneakers.
Let the M&M be sexy. Like, come on now, it's an M&M. I really don't think that is this deep. Talking about some,
oh, women are so sexualized in the media.
I do understand that women are heavily sexualized in the media, but these are M&Ms nevertheless. Are you really sitting up here telling me that there are men or women that are being turned on by an M&M? Those people need to seek mental help. Because for me, it's really not that deep. Please tell me what y'all think about these M&Ms making a big new change in the comments, because I just feel like they're being extra for what? For who? Who asked for this? Like, this is how y'all trying to stay relevant by doing stuff like this? I just don't think it's that deep at all, but what do I know? I'm just a girl behind the camera. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.